Hello, my name is Abby Hoskins. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the Regional Council Manager for Birth to 5 Illinois, Region 47, covering Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside Counties. Thank you for watching Region 47's Early Childhood Regional Needs Assessment virtual report. This recorded session will provide an overview of findings from the Birth to 5 Illinois Region 47 Needs Assessment, as well as talk about the strengths, needs, and recommendations for improving access to and enrollment in early childhood education and care programs in the region. A link to the full report can be found in the description below. If you would like to turn on closed captioning, click the CC icon at the bottom of the video. This will turn on the captions. If you want a language different than English, click on the gear icon for settings. Click on subtitles, then auto translate, and you can scroll down and pick the language you would like. Some Birth to 5 Illinois regions partnered with existing collaborations to complete the regional needs assessment. Region 47 partnered with the Sauk Valley Stars Early Childhood Education Coalition, the region's long-established early childhood collaboration, to develop an action council that continues to support and expand upon the work already started in our region. Along with the Regional Office of Education 47, the STARS Coalition works to plan, provide, and promote a comprehensive and collaborative system that identifies, coordinates, and facilitates equitable access to early education and community services designed to help all children prenatal through age 5 and their families reach their full potential. We thank them for their partnership and continued support as we work together to improve outcomes for children and families throughout our region. In 2021, the Illinois Commission on Equitable Early Childhood Education and Care Funding issued a report with findings that highlighted the inequities in early childhood funding in Illinois and the need to create a better statewide infrastructure to support early childhood professionals, expand services and programs for families and caregivers, and increase enrollment into early childhood education and care programs. The report focused on the importance of addressing racial inequities and the need to include local voices in the conversation funders and decision makers were having about early childhood education and care. To provide a structure for communities, families, and caregivers to engage with the data and share their experiences, a new statewide infrastructure was created across 39 regions, all of which align with existing Illinois State Board of Education regional offices of education boundaries, but operate independently. Birth to 5 Illinois regional boundaries align with school districts instead of strictly following county lines, which can be a challenge for gathering and interpreting data because many early childhood services are provided by or tied to school districts. Region 47 is situated in northwest Illinois with the Rock River connecting all three counties. The region is also known as the Sauk Valley. It is important we acknowledge that we are on the traditional land of Native peoples past and present and honor with gratitude the land and tribes. The indigenous peoples who call this land home include the Potawatomi, Sauk, Fox, Kickapoo, Peoria, Miami, and Sioux. With the three counties combined, Region 47's territory spans 2,166 square miles, painting the picture of how rural and spread out the region is. Joining me in the Region 47 office is Stephanie King, our Family and Community Engagement Specialist, and Isabel Cano, our Administrative Support. Now I'm going to hand it over to Stephanie to share Birth to 5 Illinois' mission, vision, and values.
The experiences and knowledge families, caregivers, and early childhood professionals gain while navigating the complexities of the state's early childhood education and care system are valuable, and understanding their lived experience in the local context is vital for decision makers to ensure communities have access to the programs, services, and supports they need. To this end, Birth to Five Illinois was created to harness family and caregiver voices in early childhood education and care and serve as a bridge between the communities and policymakers so family, caregiver, and professional experiences can guide the decisions made to expand or enhance services across the state. Our mission is to create a statewide regional infrastructure that will amplify input from communities in the development of policies and funding priorities. We support the mobilization of communities to build and sustain equitable access to inclusive, high-quality early childhood services for all children and families in the state of Illinois. We envision that our work will help all stakeholders reimagine a more equitable early childhood education and care system that respects family and community voice and works to ensure it is centered and prioritized at every level of decision making in Illinois. We have three main values and goals. First, we must prioritize family voice. Through this transformation centered on authentic family and community engagement, we will address the inequitable distribution of resources and services and rebuild our state's early childhood education and care system. Second, we must address the racial inequities that exist in our early childhood system. In an effort to move our early childhood education and care system to one where racism no longer impacts a child's success, we will work to dismantle barriers that have limited access to high-quality services for minoritized children in every corner of our state. Third, we will use the collective impact model to shift the current early childhood system to influence policy and funding at the local, regional, and state level. Birth to Five Illinois will use community-driven feedback to build a system that harnesses knowledge directly from families and providers and encourages decision makers to ensure new and/or expanded services are created to meet community needs. Two critical parts of the new statewide infrastructure are family councils and action councils. Located in each of the 39 regions, the councils provide feedback on quantitative data from the Illinois Early Childhood Asset Map, or ICAM, and the Illinois Network of Child Care Resource and Referral Agencies, or INCRA, to help contextualize the data at the local level. The councils meet twice a month in virtual, in-person, or hybrid meetings. The family councils are comprised of parents, caregivers from a wide variety of family types, single parents, adoptive and foster parents, caregivers of relatives, teen parents, two-parent families, multi-generational families, and more, and prioritize the voices of those who have not been involved in this type of work before. We want to highlight those who have been involved in our Region 47 Family Council over the past year and thank them for sharing their experiences with the early childhood system. Charis Allen, Candace Antzak, Angie Danielson, Sasha Gomes, Jessica Higgins, Brittany Howard, Shayla Johnston, Maggie Lefevre, and Carly Rodriguez.
Action councils are comprised of early childhood education and care professionals, healthcare providers, faith leaders, elected officials, and other community members. Each action council reserved 2 seats for parents or caregivers to ensure family voices were included in every discussion. Action Council members were invited to bring additional aggregated data on programs and services provided by their agencies or organizations to complement data from ICAM and INCRA. We extend thanks and gratitude to our Region 47 Action Council members: Andrea Cozy, Kimberly Crump, Rachel Despain, Maggie Fern, Angie Garza, Akhil Khan, Lisa Lilia, Lois Meisenheimer, Diana Murdian, Chris Noble, Diane Ott, Krista Peterson, Beth Smaka, and Monica Wolfley. Beyond the council meetings, additional qualitative data was collected community-wide through focus groups and interviews, and all council members were invited to provide input on each section of their early childhood regional needs assessment. Council members developed the strengths, needs, and recommended next steps that are unique to each region. Regional teams, along with the support of their Action and Family Council members, created a dissemination plan and are holding community meetings virtually and in person to share their report's findings. The following slides highlight some data that was discussed by the council members and provides insights into the early childhood education and care landscape in our region. Region 47's total population is 141,000. Of that total population, 8,878 are children from birth to age 6. While most of the region is white, there is a significant number of people who identify as Hispanic or Latinx living in Rochelle, Ogle County, and Sterling or Rock Falls, Whiteside County. Families in greater need of support or services should be prioritized. These families are referred to as priority populations, as defined by the Illinois Early Learning Council. In Region 47, the priority populations include families who experience barriers based on culture and language, families in poverty or deep poverty, families who are experiencing homelessness, children with disabilities, and families living in rural areas. While data on children and families from priority populations is limited, there are a few things to note about Region 47. In Region 47, 39% of children birth to 5 years old are at 200% of the federal poverty level or below. While some areas have slightly higher percentage of children at this poverty level, most of the region has at least 20 to 50% of the children in this demographic. While it's not listed by the state as a priority population, the community defined living in a rural area as a priority population. Both councils indicated that living in a rural area can include barriers related to resources and support, including education, care, and transportation. Additional information about priority populations was gathered through surveys, interviews, and focus groups, and is included throughout our final Early Childhood Regional Needs Assessment report. Collaborations are an integral part of the early childhood landscape. Local early childhood community collaborations bring together community agencies, organizations, and individuals with a shared vision or goal. They understand the importance of improving early childhood education and care for children, caregivers, and providers. Region 47's local early childhood collaboration, the Sauk Valley Stars, covers all 3 counties in the region. We are grateful to be joined today by Lois Meisenheimer, the Sauk Valley Stars Collaboration Chair, who is going to share more with you about the collaboration.
The STARS collaboration formed in 1989 and originally included 10 school districts in Whiteside County. Over the years, it's grown to include school districts and providers in Lee and Ogle counties as well, and expanded its partnership to include non-traditional early childhood partners, such as local businesses. The collaboration utilizes the Integrated Referral and Intake System, also known as IRIS, to refer families to needed services and connect them to organizations that provide resources to families looking for support. IRIS allows partners to enter information about families and generate a list of what services, resources, and supports they qualify for, and what would be best for their family once the referral has been made. To date, there have been over 1,000 caregivers referred through IRIS. Having a well-developed collaboration has shown positive outcomes for children in the region. The STARS collaboration has applied for and received grants and both community and state level supports to achieve our goals, which include equitable access to early childhood education and care programs, and an innovative program model that provides comprehensive services to families and identifying and supporting grantees. More information on the local collaboration and the work we're doing can be found in the Regional Needs Assessment.
Region 47's early childhood education and care landscape includes a variety of childcare and publicly funded education and care programs for children birth to age 5. But programming is not accessible to all families nor meets everyone's needs. Availability of services, costs, program hours, and transportation are all barriers for families seeking education and care for their young children. Families in the region express that when it comes to childcare, due to long wait lists and limited options, parents feel that quality is not always an option. You just have to take what is available. Additionally, for families that need assistance, there are even more limited providers who will accept the Illinois Department of Human Services Child Care Assistance Program subsidy as a form of payment. The region does have publicly funded early childhood education and care programs available for children birth to age 5. These programs include Early Head Start, Parents as Teacher, Healthy Families Illinois, and Preschool for All. These programs are funded through state or federal sources and are free to qualifying families. Parents who were able to access these programs felt they were quality programs, but due to limited program slots and additional barriers such as transportation or the need for full-day programs, the programs are not accessible to all eligible children. The community indicated through focus groups, interviews, and surveys that the biggest barrier early childhood education and care programs are facing is a workforce shortage, which impacts expansion. The workforce shortage is impacting childcare and Head Start most significantly, but also impacting school districts as well. The workforce shortage includes support staff needed for programming, and programs also rely on those who provide transportation, meal service, and administrative support, as well as nurses, home visitors, and therapists to provide well-rounded programming. While low wages is a significant reason people are leaving the workforce or deterring them from entering the field, the community also reports a lack of fringe benefits, value, and support as reasons. Providers indicated they feel undervalued due to a lack of recognition and appreciation for their work. Region 47's community has come together to work towards a solution to this issue. The Sauk Valley Area Chamber of Commerce created a Child Care Task Force initiative that brings multiple stakeholders together to address the shortage locally. The task force is comprised of local child care, Head Start, the Regional Office of Education, the Child Care Resource and Referral, Sauk Valley Community College, and multiple local businesses and human resource representatives. They are working to define the existing problems at the local and state level, create and execute an action plan that can be put into place locally, and connecting with legislators and elected officials to work towards solutions at the state level. In Region 47, parents and caregivers agreed that publicly funded programs are of high quality and contribute to their child's growth and development. However, the feedback only came from families who were eligible and able to access these programs. Those who were still on wait lists, needed full-day care, or had trouble securing a slot had less positive feedback. Some caregivers expressed that due to long wait lists and slot gaps, they had little choice when it came to quality and were compelled to choose a program based solely on availability. Much of their frustration stemmed from inconsistencies due to staffing shortages and the high cost of care. Parents also shared various reasons families struggle to engage with the early childhood education and care system, including barriers to participation, the need for a simplified system, and desire for greater parent impact. They also shared they are not always aware of the engagement opportunities and want opportunities to interact with other families. Parents also brought to light the challenges of navigating the complex early childhood education and care system. Caregivers expressed their desire for a simplified easy to access and understand system. Since different programs have varying income thresholds, paperwork, and enrollment requirements. Community and council members identified several strengths of the early childhood system in the region. For the sake of time, I will only share a few. Region 47 has partnerships within the communities that have a shared commitment to improving early childhood education and care. This strong sense of community includes a multi-stakeholder collaboration, which also includes participation outside of the early childhood field. The region also has a well-developed early childhood education and care expansion plan stemming from the community-based planning for expansion project that includes additional supports needed for providers and caregivers. An additional strength of the community is quality early childhood education and care programs for families who are eligible and able to access publicly funded slots. Community and council members also identified challenges and opportunities for growth in the region as well. For the sake of time, I will only share a few needs. Region 47 identified a need of increasing program slots with birth to 3-year-old programming as a priority. This would allow for equitable access for all families in the region who wish to enroll their children. Additionally, the need for increasing affordable quality childcare or extended day options in the region that allow for equitable access and parent choice for families who need full day options was identified. In order to address both of the previous expansion needs, the region identified the need for a well-developed and supported early childhood education and care workforce that can sustain the needs listed above. Based on the community and council conversations, recommendations have been made on how early childhood education and care programs and services can be improved for families in the region. Recommendations will be presented to lawmakers, state agencies, local elected officials, and funders so they can better understand the needs of families in the region and share the recommendations with them so they can see how to best meet those needs. These are a few of the recommendations made, but more can be found in the Regional Needs Assessment. Recommendation 1. Allocate non-competitive grant funding to support early childhood education and care programs that is tailored to meet the community's needs. Provide infrastructure support for programs to address space barriers. Recommendation 2. Revise policies related to the Child Care Assistance Program so the program works for all families and providers. Recommendation 3. Provide funding that allows for competitive wages and a higher education pipeline for future employees. Specifically, provide adequate funding to compensate professionals employed in childcare, publicly funded programming, and support services with a salary that is competitive to their K-12 counterparts while simultaneously avoiding an increase in costs for families.
The recommendations in the Regional Needs Assessment would not have been possible without our Family Council, Action Council, or the community. We are grateful to have one of our Family Council members, Shayla Johnston, with us here today to share more about how we plan to be in the community and grow our councils.
This summer, the Region 47 team and council members will be out in the community talking to more families, providers, and stakeholders about their experiences with early childhood education and care, and we want to talk with you. We invite community members, families, and early childhood professionals to join the conversation by filling out a council interest form. Please go to www.birth-to-5il.com/councils or click the link in the description to get involved. Interest forms will close later this summer with council meetings fully resuming in August. As a parent living in the region, being a part of the Family Council has given me a chance to share my voice and help improve early childhood education and care for my son. We hope to include more parent and caregiver voices, so I encourage you to learn more or complete an interest form.
Birth to Five Illinois is proud to be a department of INCRA and grateful for funding from the Illinois State Board of Education and the Illinois Department of Human Services. I want to thank our state partners for their support and you for watching. We encourage you to stay in touch with us by visiting our regional page at www.birth25il.com/Region 47, joining our Facebook group, or reaching out to me via email at ahoskins@birth25il.com. Links to our pages, along with my email address, are available in the description below. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to connecting with you soon.